Hello dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. Straight into this one, a couple of hints and tips and settings for you for Xbox and PC users in Flight Sim 2024. So I better say it, let's not dilly-dally, let's get straight into it. Cessna 182 here, my lovely Huddison livery. I've got this in my community folder. I hope this continues to work when the marketplace is released. Please, Asobo. Let's get into the aircraft. This is my default view. By the way, you see that person? That's a person over there. That's another person flying around. I'll show you multiplayer settings after this part. But you see my default view here. It's not quite where I want it in the 182. I'm too low down. I can see the instruments fine. I'm just not happy with that default view. There's a couple of ways of altering this. If we go to press escape and go to settings, one way, if we go to controls, and if you type into the search bar here, increase cockpit. Increase cockpit, it will just come up with one option, increase cockpit view height. I've set some buttons, Shift and I, to increase my cockpit height. Now, let's try this. Go back, resume. Shift and I. Yeah, I can increase the cockpit height. The trouble is, if I'm looking around and I've got a button set to my default view, which is that one, it takes me back to my default view so it doesn't stay in. So I'd have to press Shift and I again to get back to where I was. Don't quite like that. A better way of doing it, if you go to settings, so press escape, go to settings, general and camera. So general camera, and you'll see here cockpit camera, a setting for height, zoom and goodness knows what. So I can do it this way and this will stick. Even if you restart the sim, it will stay in this setting. I've played around. I know a setting of 75 height is good for the Cessna 182. Did I say 182 before? I do hope so. There you go. That is now my default view. So if I move around, reset my cockpit view, it's going to stay in that view. I'm slightly over the nose of the aircraft. I've got a good view in front of me. I can see all my instruments still. So if I'm outside, go back to my default view. Yeah, as you can see, that's a better way. Trouble is with this, like I said, if I restart the sim, that's going to stay in. If I go to main menu and go to free flight again and go to this aircraft icon to choose a different aircraft, 172, save and back. Now just get over London City. I'll just go set as departure, whichever way it takes me, it doesn't matter for this demonstration. Wait a few moments. Now I do hope the beta seems to have improved loading times in these areas. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Forget what I was saying there, that was fine. Okay, I was about to say, I hope when it's released it will stay that way. No, wait. There you go. There's a problem. Let me just remove those waypoints. Shut up, ATC. Because I've set it to 75, that's now my default view. That's too high for the Cessna 172. It's not too difficult, really. Just go whichever aircraft you're flying, and you're flying a lot. Look at all these people now. Go to settings. Go to camera. You can just change the height here. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it to 55, which I know is good. I'm going to change my zoom settings, so I'm slightly zoomed out, to 45. Remember, this will be the same for every aircraft you fly now, just keep that in mind. But for the Cessna 172, that's better, isn't it? Much better. I can see the instruments fine. I've still got a good view outside of the aircraft. Oh, it's a bit laggy there, isn't it? Whichever way I reset my cockpit view, yeah, I've got that same view. So there you go. That's how you set your default cockpit view. But keep in mind, it will be in that position for every aircraft. Let's move on to multiplayer settings. Now, another frequently asked question is, how do I fly in multiplayer? How do I see other players? This seems a bit hit or miss, which I'll demonstrate in this video. But there's a couple of settings that you must set up at least, so you can see other players. Let's just go to free flight first. I've got the Cessna 182RG selected there. I'm just going to zoom over London. You can see quite a few people on the map there. So I've got people visible on the map. Now, there's a couple of things here that you need to set up. A couple of settings. So I'm on the world map. Just go to the settings cog. Some of these will be Xbox and PC. So set them both up whichever platform you're on. Some will be PC specific. First thing you want to do though is go to Settings General Online. So I'm in the Online tab in General. You want to have at least multiplayer turned on. This was off for me, so if you don't have that on, you're not going to see anybody. Make sure that's on. Aircraft type, I've just turned the AI aircraft off for this. You can have them on or off, but you'll be seeing a heck of a lot of AI aircraft, and it'll be difficult to decipher between AI and real players. So I've just turned that off for this demonstration. Your servers are now here. Funny place to have it, Aselva. Why did you put it here and not in its usual place? But never mind, it's in Settings General Online, and it's now here, so you can switch between different servers, as you can see. So I'll just keep it in automatic for me for the moment. Show multiplayer aircraft in close proximity. If you look on the right there, it gives you a description there of what it does. So you can adjust to display multiplayer aircraft when they are very close distances. If it's deactivated, any multiplayer aircraft in close proximity to you will be hidden, temporarily hidden from view to prevent visual obstruction. I would leave that on, especially if you're going for a multiplayer flight. You want to see people close to you, but that's optional. I mean, I've had more success leaving that on. So if you want to follow this little guide, at least have that on. Now, specific PC options. In general, in global rendering, you can't do this on Xbox, but you left click on this, and it will give you all the graphical options, of course. Ignore the rest. A lot of these seem to have been reset for me for some reason. The two I want to pay attention here, draw your attention to here, are air traffic. Look on the right there. Adjust the density, quality and display distance for air traffic. Obviously, we want this on the best quality, highest. I've got it on ultra. If you can't get away with ultra, just turn it down to high, but I'll leave mine on ultra. And characters quality, I'm not sure that makes a difference. Look on the right there. Adjust the density, quality and display distance for characters. I guess that's more for the people characters, isn't it? But I have that on ultra as well. So there you go. These would be PC specific. Let's go back. So this will be for PC specific. For Xbox and PC, go to the online tab. Oops. It scrolled down for me for some reason. Make sure you got multiplayer on. Choose your server. So if you're going for a multiplayer flight, make sure you're on the same server. And show multiplayer aircraft in close proximity. Let's go back. Now, there's still people around there. Oh, there seems to be, still quite a few people around there. Another thing you want to do is go to flight conditions. So when you're choosing a flight, let's just go back to make sure we're all on the same page. Free flight. Zoom over London in this case. And you can see quite a few people flying around. Go to flight conditions. And you want to make sure at least, now I've got it set to a preset. I'm going to have it on few clouds. Turn the time of day up. That's okay. Make sure, at least for multiplayer, you got it on all players. You've got a couple of options here. If you want it on live, this would be grayed out if you change the time. So live players is available if you don't change the time of day. Not fully sure how that affects things. I'm having more success having it on all players. I've got AI traffic turned off because I don't want them obscuring anything. And I've got it on a preset, like I said. And I've just changed the time of day. That's why the live is grayed out. So make sure at least you've got this on all players. If you're on Xbox, you need some kind of version of Game Pass, I believe. I think it might be Game Pass Gold at a minimum. If you want to do any kind of multiplayer stuff. If you're on PC, you bought Flight Sim out flat, so you bought it. You don't need to worry about Game Pass. You can just play and see other players. To an extent. And I'll show you that in a moment. Xbox, you will need some kind of Game Pass subscription to see other people. So just keep that in mind. But those are the settings I've got. And this is where I'm able to see other players at least. So you want to have this on all players at least at a minimum. Save and go back. And, oh, let's choose a location to fly from. Seems to be some people around London here. You know what, the O2. Set as departure. Let's go fly. So in the sim, now I've had to fly some way out of London, which is just behind me there. But as you can see, I can see one person in front of me. If you're from our Discord, thank you very much. I put a call out to our Discord. Now it's early UK time when I'm recording this, so a lot of people are actually either working or just not on the server. So if you are from our Discord, thank you. If not, thank you as well, because at least I'm seeing one person. It's very hit or miss, people. I don't think this is working properly. Unless I'm missing something, and I've gone through various settings, done quite a bit of research. I'm not seeing an awful lot of people. I was having more luck last night, in fact. Okay, it was busier. I was following Big R Hugh around for a while. He's in our Discord. And we were kind of chasing each other. I think you were in a helicopter. There we go, we're seeing another person. So we're having some success. I've had to change the servers. Let me just show you this quickly. So if you go to settings, you can do this on the fly. Go to settings, general, online. I've put it on West Europe. I think I was on North Europe. I'm not going to change it now. Just to see one or two people around. Obviously you would expect, there you go, there's a couple of people there over Heathrow Airport. Let's go yonder. This guy's still behind me, which is good. What's that? Elect wheel? Should that be electric wheel? Is that right? Elect wheel. There we go. Oh, we're seeing quite a few people. There we go. We're having more success. If I scheduled this and said to people, look, let's get 5 or 6 of us in the air, I'll probably see those 5 or 6 people flying around. At the moment, I think these are just random people, and if not, thank you for joining us. Thank you for answering the call. So these are real world people. I mean, this chap's flying around. Is he still there? If you get too far out from them, they do seem to disappear. Just keep that in mind. So that elect wheel has flown yonder now. But as I'm flying towards these people, I can see them seem to be quite a few people here, don't they? Let's do a quick flyover. I don't think this is working properly. I think there's probably quite a few more people around. They've either not got their settings selected or they've got different settings. If I went to live weather, live people, perhaps I would see... Well, I wasn't seeing. I tried that. I wasn't seeing more people. I've got it on a preset. My time's slightly ahead of where it should be at the moment. And I've just got it on all players. But I am seeing some people. If you got a group of you flying, you should be able to see each other. But there you go. I think that's enough of that one. Let me just show you one more setting before I go here. Let's just go to settings, controls, and a keyboard. You can either have it on keyboard or something else. Just type into the search bar here. Click into the search bar and just type in toggle name. That should be enough. And toggle nameplates should come up. I've just put a bespoke setting there of Shift and T just to toggle the nameplates on off. If you don't have anything set up, set that up, because that might be causing you issues. If I go back to the sim and press Shift and T, you'll see these name tags disappear. Shift and T again, they will reappear. So there we go, at least we're seeing somebody. And I think that's enough of a demonstration. Good luck with multiplayer settings. It doesn't always seem to work for me when I'm just flying around. I don't think it's implemented properly yet. I'm not in the beta, I'm in proper Flight Sim 2024, the released version. Well, at least we're seeing somebody. Anyway, try these settings, let me know. Oh, there you go, another person there. Let me know if these work for you. If not, come onto our Discord, we can try and give you more help. If you follow my settings and it's still not working, it's purely down to the state of the sim at the moment, I would think. Let me know your thoughts, give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon.